Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Alim Maths Vlog. So my dear student, today our question is if p to the power 6 minus p to the power 3 is equal to 2, then find the value of p. So student, in this video I will tell you how to find the value of p from this exponential equation. So my dear student, our given exponential equation is p to the power 6 minus p to the power 3 is equal to 2. So student, to find the value of p from this exponential equation, so first of all we have to transpose 2 from right side to left side. Then the left hand side will become p to the power 6 minus p to the power 3 minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay student, to solve this exponential equation, so we have to convert this equation in quadratic form. So that's why you have to apply this formula on left hand side. Okay student, so after apply this formula on left hand side, then the left hand side will becomes p to the power 3 whole to the power 2 minus, again we have to write p to the power 3 minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay student, equation, so we have to multiply the coefficient of p to the power 6 and constant term. Okay, but the place of coefficient of the p to the power 6 there is no number, so you have to take there is 1. Okay, so if you multiply 1 with 2, then you get 2. So you have to write in here 2, and after that we have to apply the prime factorization method, then you get 2 1 jar 2. Okay, so my dear student, here is minus sign and the coefficient of p to the power 3 there is no number, so you have to take 1 is here. Okay, so my dear, the factor of 2 are 2 and 1. Okay student, and here is minus sign and we have to bring the digit 1. Okay, so if you subtract 1 from 2, then you get 1. So my dear student, so we have to use this factor of 2. Okay, so my dear student, after that, so we can write on the left hand side p to the power 3 whole to the power 2 minus, and in the place of 1 we have to use 2 minus 1. Okay, so you have to write in here 2 minus 1, and here is p to the power 3, so again you have to write p to the power 3 and minus 2 you have to write in here is equal to 0. So student, after that again we have to write p to the power 3 whole to the power 2 minus, if you multiply 2 with p to the power 3, then you get 2p to the power 3 minus plus, so we have to write in here plus sign. Okay, and after that again you have to multiply 1 with p to the power 3, then you get p to the power 3 minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, so my dear student, after that if you take common p to the power 3 from first two terms, so we have to write in here inside this bracket we have to write in here p to the power 3 minus 2. Okay student, plus, so my dear student, the terms p to the power 3 and 2 have no factor without 1, so you have to take 1, and inside this bracket, so we have to write p to the power 3 minus plus into minus, that is minus. Okay, we have to write in here minus, and again we have to write 2. Okay, is equal to 0. So student, so my dear student, it is clear that from this line in both terms p to the power 3 minus 2 is present, so that means my factorization is correct. Okay, so my dear student, after that we have to take common p to the power 3 minus 2 from both terms. Okay, so after taking the common p to the power 3 minus 2, then we have to write inside this bracket p to the power 3 plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay student, so my dear student, after that we have to apply the zero product rule. Okay, after apply the zero product rule, then you can write in here p to the power 3 minus 2 is equal to 0 and so here will be p to the power 3 plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay student, so my dear student, after that, to find the value of p from this equation, so we have to transpose 2 from left side to right side. So on the left hand side we have to write in here p to the power 3 is equal to 2. Okay, so student, if you transpose the power of p from left side to right side, so we have to write in here p is equal to, on the right hand side we have to write 2 to the power 1 by 3. So my dear student, the value of p will be 2 to the power 1 by 3. So my dear student, if you solve this cubic equation, then you get the value of p will be 2 to the power 1 by 3. Okay student, so my dear student, after that, to solve this cubic equation, so we have to apply the formula a to the power 3 plus b to the power 3 is equal to a plus b into a square minus ab plus b square. So this formula we have to apply on this cubic equation. Okay, so after apply this formula on cubic equation, then we can write in here p plus 1 into p square minus p plus 1 is equal to 0. So my dear student, equation, so my dear student, to find the value of p from this equation, so again we have to apply the zero product rule. Okay, so after apply the zero product rule, then we can write in here p plus 1 is equal to 0 and p square minus p plus 1 is equal to 0. So from this equation the value of p will be minus 1. Okay student, so if you transpose 1 from left side to right side, then you get p is equal to minus 1. So this is the value of p. Okay, but okay, so student, before solve this equation, so we have to check the nature of root of this equation. Okay, so if you compare this equation with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, then we 1 and in the place of b, so if you compare the place of b, the value of b will be minus 1 and the value of c will be 1. Okay student, so my dear student, this is the formula of discriminant. Okay, so if you put the value of a, b, c in this equation, so in the place of b we have to write minus 1 whole square, and here is 4ac, so you have to write in here 4 into 1 into 1. Okay, 4ac. Okay, so student, the square of minus 1 is 1. Okay, so you have to write it here, we have to write in here 1 minus 4 into 1 into 1, that means 4. So if you subtract 4 from 1, then you get minus 3, so that is less than 0. So it is clear that the discriminant of this equation is less than 0. That means this equation has no real solution. Okay, so my dear student, this equation has only two real solutions. Okay, one solution is 2 to the power 1 by 3 and second solution is minus 1. So my dear student, the value of p will be 2 to the power 1 by 3 or minus 1. Okay, so this is our final answer. So my dear student, if you like this video and if you like these tricks, please support me and subscribe my channel. Thank you. Bye bye.